to ArchRivals Football, sponsored by Raz Energy and Steiner Sports. Here is your starting lineup. Number 20, Darnell the Playmaker Sallins. Number 94, Alex the Bearman Kazzaz. Number 69, Ricky the Prez Litwinkowich. And in tribute to our fallen colleague, ArchRivals Football Ring of Honor member, Alex Fleming. This show is a Pain Train Pipe Bomb production. What is up, everybody? It is Tuesday night here at The Dungeon, a.k.a. Pain Train Pipe Bomb Productions. It is ArchRivals Football Season 3 on the 23rd of November, and my has November flown. I am here with my cohorts in crime, the Bearman of Texas.
What's up?
And the Playmaker. What's doing?
I am back. And with my team being up this week and Ricky's team playing Thursday, Sunday was quite interesting to say.
Do you know? Well, I don't know. Well, I'll ask Darnell about this first because I got to tell you, did it not feel weird to have your team playing this weekend? Did it feel weird at all?
No. It gave me a damn break. Because I'm pretty sure, because Alex listened to the last Remedy Talk, and that's not a usually Remedy Talk episode that I do.
Bearman, would you like to indulge?
All I can say is, to hell with this bullshit.
Wow.
I mean, the goddamn injuries, and based on the whole situation right now, I don't even know how the hell this season can even be salvaged now. You know, everybody thinks I'm overreacting. Hell, I've been called ignorant for pointing out all these problems, apparently, because you know that's what Cowboys Nations like to do to me. I just point out these problems, and I'm called ignorant. Like, okay,
It's one game. It's one game.
it's not just because it's one game, Darnell.
It's one game.
It's one game. So you really think that Dallas is going to be okay?
It's one game.
I mean, everybody in the chat's going to have to convince me otherwise.
So, in other words, I have to put my my little playful ego to the side right now because my team went from not being mentioned even into a playoff picture to the brink of being the top seed in the AFC.
Hey,
am I
I'm concerned.
not allowed to
Why-
stroke
why-
that
why-
bone
why-
just a
again?
little bit?
If I do recall, I think it was one of us on here who was afraid of this might be happening. Obviously, it wasn't Ricky, and it wasn't Bearman. So, am I justified of saying I kind of told you so?
I did not doubt the Patriots for one bit, Darnell. And Ricky is going to back me up on this. I said at the beginning, the Patriots might be struggling, but you never count them out. Never.
All I know is that Sunday, I'm sitting there watching Survivor Series,
Hey, Bernard, what's up, buddy?
and you know, I'm thumbing through the scores because you know I didn't really get that lovely push of all of the scores that were going through, and I texted one person, and he was like, "You're kidding, right?" And I'm like, "No," and it just so happened to be a Buffalo Bills fan that I messaged to. Said to him, "How about that game, huh?" He goes, "Shut the hell up. Enjoy first place while you can." I was like, you know what? I can enjoy first place while I can because I, at the beginning of the season, said they were going to be a contender.
Speaking of Survivor Series, did you guys like it?
I'm gonna say that for tomorrow. You know why? Since Ricky want me to do 6 hours of radio with 6 hours of shows with him tomorrow, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And obviously, the big news in wrestling is Mr. Seth Rollins was attacked.
All right, so I think
All
we're
right.
going to jump into some of these games here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because,
We got 6 hours tomorrow, right, Darnell?
Yeah, 6 hours. All right, so while
My
I
Rick
can
record.
stroke the bone a little bit, just reminding everybody that Thursday Night Football, you had the Patriots over the Falcons 25-0. Starting off the Sunday slate, we had the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the New Orleans Saints. Final score, 40-29.
Ricky, how does it feel that you gave me a pick and it was right?
Listen, again, I would rather give you the pick than the announcement that I have to make later on because, hey, you know what? I kind of had some hopes, but from my knowledge, Mr. Kamara did not play on Sunday. He went 0 for everything. So that was pretty much the out for me to change my pick.
He didn't play, so I wouldn't say he got 0.
Well, if you don't play, you don't get any numbers. So
yeah,
0
is
that's why I
technically a
changed
number.
it.
Technically, 0 is a number.
Hey, I'm just saying. Ricky made the pick for me. He didn't even ask me. He just picked for me.
He just picked for you.
Just right out of the blue. You know, yeah, I think Darnell's going to pick Philly. Yeah.
The smartest guy in New York City made the pick for you.
Oh, fucking loving that one.
Well, Mr. Braverman might not take that kindly.
No, because I picked his team too, and they fucking won. Fucking idiot. Bernard says he wore the shirt you gave him, Darnell. To the gym.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. I need to get you another one. Probably a different color.
All right, so does anybody have any insight on this game?
Yeah. Bearman, do you have this game up?
Oh, you mean New England and Atlanta?
No. The Saints
and Eagles.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I got it right here in front of my face.
How many yards did Jalen Hurts run for? No, I said Jalen Hurts, and I'm saying run for a reason.
69 yards, 18 carries.
Hey, that's my favorite number, 69.
69 yards, 18 carries. How many touchdowns?
But yeah, there it goes. Let's say, but I assume you want how many times he crossed the line to the end zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say it's a hat trick.
Ricky.
Yes.
If I recall, when Jalen Hurts first got his starting job, who that was against?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you.
The Saints! And guess what he did to the Saints?
That was all the way back last year.
Guess what he did to the Saints? The same thing he just did to them on Sunday. It's the same thing. Like, New Orleans, like Sean Payton, y'all did not have a game plan for him?
Panthers Dolphins is this weekend coming, right?
I think so, but I'll get to that.
Right.
But the same person does the same thing again, which ends up to a 11-point beating, which I think it was probably more than that. But Trevor Seaman decided to do some garbage time touchdowns, which helped my fantasy team. But either way, still garbage time. Like, well, did New Orleans all of a sudden just fall off a cliff since Jameis Winston went down and they punched Tampa Bay in the goddamn mouth?
I like punching people in the mouth. It's fun.
It's not working for New Orleans because they punched Thomas that were Brady in the mouth and they have lost back-to-back games.
You know what? Shit happens.
So the question is, are the Saints overrated?
No.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think that the Saints are not overrated. I think they just don't have enough firepower. That's the problem. Well, you don't have a decently good quarterback. And I heard that the Saints today gave Taysom Hill a hybrid contract, a minimum of $40 million. That means at some point they have to either figure out whether they're going to bring back Jameis Winston or maybe draft a quarterback or I don't know. There's a few names running around out there.
You do both, okay? You do both. All right? Because you're gonna need that quarterback develop in that Sean Payton offense. Okay? That's not an offer you just can plug a quarterback in that Sean Payton offense and it's all of a sudden
without a doubt, yeah. I mean, but at this point right now, I think the loss of weapons is a main part. I mean, they're still a viably decent team defensively. They just didn't know how to handle Hurts on Sunday. But I'm not going to say that they're overrated.
I guess they're not overrated nor underrated. They're just there. Okay. And speaking of the Saints, Taysom Hill got a payday.
Yes, he did. I think it was minimum of $40, but it goes up to a max of $89 with certain technicalities. So, congratulations to Taysom Hill for that lovely payday.
He ain't even done nothing yet.
Exactly the point. He hasn't done anything yet, and he still got paid. All right, next up on the list.
If only we could get a payday like that.
Only if I could just sit squish the fish on Sunday. Dolphins at Jets. Final score 24-17. Jets fall to 2-8. Dolphins at 4-7. Viably staying relevant in the AFC least. Not the NFC least, the AFC least. Joe Flacco starting for the Jets. Tua doing his Tua things.
Hey, Joe Flacco actually played pretty well. The Dolphins had one more.
Jet fans, it may be time to not only just say just end the season, but it may be that time. That time to tie that rope in a certain knot and throw it over a pole. Because you guys now are officially finished. I'm not telling anybody to commit suicide as of yet, but your season's officially finished.
No, he's sticking a fork in y'all. That's what he's officially sticking the fork in you.
I stuck the fork in them since week 1. Imagine the money I would have made if I just would have bet against them every week. Because they still would have won. I mean, that's besides the point. But the Jets are officially finished. And
we're not gonna waste Bearman's time here. Let's go on to the next game, Mr. Jets and Dolphins.
Okay.
Wasting my time. What is that supposed to mean, Playmaker?
Because this was one of the barf games of the week. And
do you really want to talk about the Dolphins and the Jets? Do you really want to talk about Dolphins and the Jets?
I mean, it's not about me. It seems that you guys do.
Nah, I'm ready to move on to this next one here because it needs to be said already.
You work with me. I'm looking out for you. Okay, work with me.
Washington visiting Carolina.
Oh my God.
Final score: Washington 27. Cam.
It started so well. And
21.
And then it went.
So Cam officially listed as the starter for the Carolina Panthers. And they were, they did start off well. However,
it started off so well.
What Washington said, no, sorry. I think we need to score some points. And they won by 6. Bearman, give me your numbers on this.
Well, Tyler Heineke's number is pretty good. 3 touchdowns. So much for all the struggles. 16 for 22, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Washington running game really told a story. Antonio Gibson, 95 yards on 19 carries. That's an average of 5 yards per carry. With J.D. McKissick, 7 carries for 46 yards. That's an average of close to 7.
Kendrick, I know the pain because it started off so well and just blew away. It just blew away.
Cam's 1-1 now. That's nice.
Washington is on a 2-game winning streak now.
Ron Rivera got the homecoming win. Not Cam. Ron Rivera got the homecoming win.
I'm sorry, but it was a little funny because a lot of people, I think it was 73% of the masses picked the Carolina Panthers this weekend.
Including you.
Yes, I did. Because I still, as much as I would like to try to put my faith back into the Washington football team, I still can't. Because, again, I thought they were a much better team than what they were producing, and they obviously are not. So they are still going to be crap kickers in my pocket.
It's all right, Kendrick.
Don't worry about it. Who are the Panthers playing this weekend?
They said the Dolphins, but I can check. I can double check.
We had the Dolphins there.
I can double check for you if you don't mind. You can continue on going to the next game.
In the meantime, this was billed as one of the great games for the weekend. Indianapolis going to Buffalo. At the time, 6-3 Bills were taking on the 6-4 Colts. Final score: Colts 41, Bills 15.
All right. You know what? Before I get to that, yes, they are playing the Dolphins and it's in South Beach.
Squish the fish!
Squish the
Squish the
fish!
fish!
Squish the fishy.
I always have to get that in on the show.
Squish the
All right. So I think everybody's starting to realize how to beat the Buffalo Bills now. They don't have a running game. So guess what they're gonna do? Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox, Emmanuel Sanders. If they do run, you know it's gonna be number 17, and you know, Ricky, you know this very well. Everybody loves hitting quarterbacks. So if you know the running game is going through the quarterback, guess who you get to hit?
Me and Bearman did this little comparison thing on Saturday, I believe, with this team. Bearman, because we now have to get into this because again, we started this on Saturday.
We do.
The Buffalo Bills are now sitting at a ripe record of 6-4. Now, normally in a 16-game season, that's still a halfway decent record. However, let's analyze this because this was one of the reasons why this game was so different at the outcome or the end of the game. Bearman, name the 6 teams that Buffalo has beaten this year.
Well. Yeah, and yeah, you are Ricky. We have to do this, but number 1 would be Miami.
Okay, there are 4-7. Go ahead.
Washington,
who is 4-6.
Was that a shutout game, by the way?
Yeah, I think that was the
Miami game was. Yeah,
that was the smoke 'em if you got 'em record.
And Houston, I'm going to help you out, Houston, because they shut Houston out.
40-0. Yeah, that was Houston. Okay. And then they then they beat the Chiefs on the road, then lost to Tennessee at home, beat Miami once again, then lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then beat the New York Jets.
So let's kind of analyze this. All right.
Chiefs, good win because that was a demon you had to exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, you had them. You blew it on Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, we don't know what the hell happened. We still confused about that game. Only thing we can take from that game, Josh Allen's on the defense is better than Josh Allen's on the offense.
So out of their 6 wins, Bearman, how many of those teams have a winning record currently?
Out of those 6 wins, right?
Yes.
That Buffalo beat?
Yes.
Well, the answer is 0, unless I'm missing something.
Yes, you are. Kansas City, Sunday Night Football.
Okay, so
they beat Kansas. Okay, yeah, they beat Kansas City.
Okay, so they've beaten one team with a winning record.
Okay, yeah, I got a little confused for saying, yeah.
Mind you, they have 2 matchups left with the currently first place.
The
currently first place.
The Belichick.
Yes, exactly.
Couldn't get it out.
Exactly.
It's very hard to say, when the New England Patriots are in first place. But Buffalo may actually be, to what Bernard said, is a sham. He's calling them fool's gold. You beat up all the teams that you're supposed to beat up, but you're also supposed to beat up teams with winning records. And obviously, they are 4 losses in with teams that have winning records.
Bernard.
How can you?
Wait, I'm sorry.
How can you beat up on teams you're supposed to beat up, but you lost 9-6 to Jacksonville?
Exactly the point. So some sham of a team that might be, but the Indianapolis Colts though did have an amazing day from Mr. Jonathan Taylor, who gave me 53 points in fantasy. By the way,
how interesting. We talked about quarterbacks. We talked about Derrick Henry. Nobody ever mentioned Jonathan Taylor. And guess who's in the league for MVP?
Jonathan Taylor. Scored 4 times against Buffalo. 3 times.
5.
Yeah. I just, for some reason, see that the Tennessee Titans are now going to be immediately in trouble because the Indianapolis Colts are right up their tailpipe.
Oh, here come the Colts. That's not a good thing.
They are riding the Titans' freaking bumper at this point.
So let's see here. We have the Saints, coming up. We'll get to that. Patriots after that. The Bucks in Tampa Bay after that. Carolina Panthers at home. At New England. Falcons and the Jets both come to Buffalo. Yeah, I think that team up in Boston might be one of the AFCs.
Well, we go from a pretty much an eye-opener of a game to our new favorite soundbite on the show. And you all know what time that is. The throw up in Cleveland.
So can I just say what I need to say and then we move on to the next game?
Actually,
Go by all means, Playmaker.
I will have to add on this too. So go ahead.
No, you go ahead and go first because once I say what I got to say, we moving on because
your team wins, even though they didn't win. Fantastic. And I'm pretty sure I was on the money with this one on Saturday, with the way that I had described it. Your team wins, but only by 3 points on a team that you should have smoked like a fucking holiday ham. And they booed the team out of the building at the end of the game. Like, that's completely horrible. You boo your team out of the building.
Would destroy them, didn't we?
No, I really did think I really did think Cleveland was going to do a lot more damage than they did. And to put up only 13 points, yeah, not good.
Did anybody know who the backup quarterback was in Detroit?
Yeah, Tim Boyle started, but you asking who's the backup?
Did anybody know going into this game? Did anybody know who the backup quarterback was?
No clue.
No clue.
No clue.
Going into Cleveland, right? Nick Chubb coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield plays better without OBJ, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Bearman.
Or allegedly.
Bearman. Because I'm looking at the stats so you can confirm them for me. Baker Mayfield, 15 for 29.
Yeah.
176 yards.
You're 2-0.
1 touchdown. 2 picks.
You are spot on, Playmaker, but then again, you always are. Can't deny your intelligence, buddy.
You said Nick Chubb was back, right?
Mm-hmm.
22 carries, 130 yards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And you're going to beat Detroit with a backup quarterback by 3 points at home?
You know,
he's Baker
Mayfield. I think
Mayfield.
about this game, and I'm actually going to be quoting somebody I know very well. I hope by chance he's watching. I did send him the link, but go ahead, Darnell. Let's let you finish first.
Baker Mayfield, you don't have OBJ. You don't have to force feed anybody the goddamn football. You have Nick Chubb back. You're at home. It's the winless team in the NFL. And you're going to put up 13 points? This is without Jared Goff. I'm actually here to say if Jared Goff would have played yet, Detroit might have their first win.
Well, it's sad to say that, unfortunately, I'm going to make sure I keep a barf bag extremely close to me. Because at some point on Thursday, this game, they are going to be on TV, meaning the Detroit Lions. And I may want to throw up a little bit. And hopefully it's before dinner and not after dinner.
Like, are you being serious with me right now?
I'm not even joking.
Cleveland can only beat Detroit by 3 points.
And remind you that I had said previously on other shows, Detroit has been in almost every game this year, including that barf fest that we had to deal with last week with them in Pittsburgh. Schittsburg.
Well, we knew that was coming because Ben wasn't playing.
But still, again, now they were in this game, and there were multiple opportunities where Cleveland should have been up big, and they were tanny like a baby, and almost got eaten by a lion.
So, are we still going to look at OBJ when it comes to Baker Mayfield?
No. I think OBJ is just an entity of himself at this point.
The way to describe this game: repulsive, repugnant, disgraceful, and most of all, fraud. And I'm quoting somebody I know very well, and I hope he's watching.
If y'all went,
He feels good now.
If y'all went 6-5 right now, I would go off with even more on y'all. But somehow, some way, y'all still alive for the goddamn playoffs.
Well, we got a good. We actually had a game that I'm pretty sure everybody went in the positive with. San Fran at Jacksonville. Final score 30-10. Not very much to talk about in this game, I don't think.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo did what he needed to do. 16 for 22, 176, 2 touchdowns. Debo Samuel had 8 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 7 catches, 85 yards, a touchdown. I mean, San Fran continued what they did to my Rams on a weekly basis, so they just continue it to Jacksonville. Enough said.
Anything to top that off there, Bearman?
San Francisco was is it a 3-game winning streak now?
Yes, I believe so.
I mean, you were 2-5, now you're 5-5, so San Francisco 49er fans must be feeling pretty good.
Well, they're back in the hunt in the NFC West, at least to try to keep up with the Rams and the Cardinals.
Well, they're two games back from the Rams.
Yeah, so they're still in the division hunt.
They are. I mean, Seattle. Forget about Seattle.
Oh, wait till we get to them. Oh my gosh.
Well, we get to move on from that lovely 20-point pounding to another proverbial upset. Houston Texans 22, Titans 13.
Oh my God.
Bearman, just say the 3 letters for me 3 times right now.
Don't trust anyone.
Say it again.
Don't trust anyone.
One more time for the people in the back.
Don't trust anyone.
You're supposed to say it louder for the people in the back, but don't worry about it.
You're telling me I watched this team without Derrick Henry beat the hell out of my Los Angeles Rams on a Sunday Night Football before my birthday? Who did they play last week? They played somebody else. I can't remember who they played last week. They beat
Houston or Tennessee.
Tennessee. They beat to shreds last week. And then hold on. No.
They played New Orleans last week.
Yeah, they messed around. Now you telling me that Ricky, you know how bad this is. The actual worst team in the AFC is the Houston Texans. Who's the best team in the AFC? The Tennessee Titans.
You know,
the worst team in the conference beat the best team in the conference.
It is kind of funny, though, because immediately after this game, the Titans then go and waive their running back,
Adrian Peterson,
and he's up in the air. They are saying possibly he may return. I don't know why you'd release him and then bring him back, but that was the news that came out this morning.
Then they waived him, and I think they signed Golden Tate.
I don't think that's even an upgrade.
I'm just looking at this. I'm like, how in the hell y'all beat the Rams, you beat the Saints, and then you lose to the Texans? Like, Tyrod Taylor looked like garbage against the Dolphins. Oh, Ryan Tannehill threw 4 picks.
Of course he did.
How you do 4 picks against the worst team in the NFL besides Detroit?
Oh, and then in other news, the Texans then waived Phillip Lindsay, who was averaging 2.6 yards per carry. So you get a win and you still get released. Figure that one out.
We'll move on, man. Tennessee pissed me off.
Well, I know there was quite a few. I know there was quite a few fans that were pissed off at this game. Green Bay, up in Minnesota, visiting the Minnesota Vikings. Final score: Vikings 34, Packers 31. Packers fall to 8-3. The Vikings are now 5-5.
Got to go ahead and give yourself a round of applause for going with Kirk Cousins.
I mean, let's not deny the fact that the Vikings nearly pissed this game away.
Yes, but
no, Kirk Cousins almost pissed the game away.
Well,
Captain Kirk.
Thank God for instant replay.
Right? I mean, hey, this is where Kirk Cousins would actually proudly go, you like that? You like that?
Do me a favor, Bear Man. For those lovely cousin haters, give me Kirk Cousins' numbers for Sunday.
24 for 35, 341 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
See?
And Justin Jefferson, now there's the guy to talk about. 8 catches, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Apparently, there is a report. Mr. Yunt has given us. Aaron Rodgers has been reported to have a hurt foot. Says it hurts worse than turf toe. Green Bay's kicker cannot be trusted anymore. He's hit 5 out of the last 12.
Green Bay's kicker. I mean, how old is he now? I mean, Mason Crosby has been in the leagues for.
He's been around for a while.
God, for almost 15 years. I think 2006, 2007 was it, or maybe 2005. I know. I would probably say 2006, 2007 was when he first started.
Okay, yes, Mason Crosby. What is wrong with you? You might need to retire. You missed out of your last 8 kicks. You missed 5 of them. 5 of them. 5 of them came from one game, which was the Cincinnati Bengals. You missed another one at Minnesota, but that's not my major problem. Bearman, I believe there's a body on the Green Bay Packers who has my name, by the way. Who actually has my name, by the way. Did he not have a clean catch for an interception until he hit the ground?
You're talking about Mr. Darnell Savage Jr.
Hold the ball!
Well, tell that's Michael Gallup.
You hold on to the ball, you giving that bad man on the other side of the ball, and you knew Minnesota fans like, oh Lord, let this be overturned because if A-Rod get the ball back, Minnesota's losing the game. What was A-Rod's numbers?
A-Rod's numbers. Well, very interesting, quite frankly. 23 for 33, 385 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
And then Rasul Douglas. The same drive that led to the Vikings winning the game. Right past his air hole, and I don't think that somehow, somewhere happened to see the ball at the very last second to catch it. Like, the defense of the Green Bay Packers let them down. The defense.
Yeah, that was doing so well in the top 5 up till this past weekend.
You know, and I'm really curious to ask, gentlemen, as Mr. Bernard kindly reminded us about Aaron Rodgers' injury. Is that a concern for the Green Bay Packers, or is it just a little toe that's constantly hurting?
Well, let's see. I believe they are the game of the week this Sunday.
Throw up in my mouth some more.
And I believe they're playing a team who is coming off a bye week. And the team that should be pretty pissed off at this moment in time.
That would be your Rams.
I don't know, Aaron Rodgers want to have an injury at this point in time.
That's the question I have for Bernard, though.
I don't know, Aaron Rodgers.
That's the question I have for Bernard. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers was smart enough about that. I don't think he wanted to let that out that he's hurting right now because he have a pissed off team coming to Lambeau Field.
So those guys are going to target that little toe, right?
Mark is late for the party, and we're talking about your team too, you motherfucker. You must have been, your ears must have been ringing. The only thing I can say is this: if we're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers has got a bum toe now," all of a sudden, let's add that to the global bastard list. Let us add him to his balls being still stuck in his girlfriend's purse.
This is not about Aaron Rodgers. This is about the Green Bay Packers defense. They had 2 picks, and they failed on both of them.
You know what? And I hate to say it for somebody who's been sitting there stroking his own John Wick bone the entire season. There were times in that game on Sunday where he looked completely pathetic. He couldn't get the ball to anybody. Minnesota's defense actually stood up for a change.
It did.
Granted, yes, at the end, they almost did choke it away. But at the same rate, Green Bay's offense really could not get tremendously on track. We obviously know that Minnesota's defense gets tired out and they can't stop a fucking spit in the wind, let alone anything else. But for the first 3 quarters of this game, Minnesota's defense was tight.
Yeah, and Bernard actually, Bernard is actually, of course, kind of confirmed about the level of concern about the toe. Bernard, I think you're right. I mean, I think Mason Crosby is really at that point where with these struggles like that, you can't trust the guy. But
you know what it is? Here's the problem with the kicking game, okay? And this is always an issue. Kickers have a mentality that once that their setup changes, that they can't trust how anything goes. They can't trust how the ball is snapped. They can't trust how the ball is placed, where the laces are. Not for anything. If you go and look at that, kickers light the laces in certain spots. And if the holder can't get him there, he's not going to have faith in that guy to have the ball down the way he wants.
And speaking of kickers, people ask me this all the time because you guys know I'm a certified soccer expert, right? They ask me, like, what seems to be harder, making a penalty kick in soccer or a field goal? I'm like, well, it's 2 different sports, but either way, there's pressure on you. None of them are easy, no matter how close they are.
They don't matter.
I don't know if you can compare a penalty kick in soccer than with a field goal. I mean, if you can, at the end of the day, it's like Ricky says, a comparison is like an opinion. It's an opinion, and an opinion's like a what, Ricky?
Like an asshole.
Everybody's got one, right?
Everybody stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the,
I mean,
the Packers defense let y'all 2 off the hook. The Packers defense let y'all 2 off the hook.
You know what? And we did say that there was some certain records that went on through that game on Sunday. So
and congratulations to Chris. He actually know how to find Justin Jefferson in a big ass game.
Which I think.
Oh, and Ricky, I should probably let you know something.
What?
I think some of my soccer loyal listeners have been listening to our show here. I
Okay,
think
cool.
this is actually a request for some of the listeners. So
shout out to all of them.
Yeah. Even though they probably have no idea how football goes. I mean, they ask me, why does the clock stop? I'm like, guys, NFL football is just not the sport it was in the 80s and 90s. You can ask Ricky and Bernard for that kind of confirmation. The NFL really has gotten to a drama show.
Listen, the professor is in. All right. The same way I want to profess this game here with a really big implication for Turkey Day. Oh, it kind of, there we go. Baltimore in Chicago on Sunday. Final score, Ravens 16, Bears 13. Bears fall to 3-7. Ravens are now at 7-3. They beat up on another under 500 team. And this news kind of just in. I'm not playing the breaking news thing because I only have it for Pipe Bomb Radio.
No, it's not breaking news.
They are
It was announced way earlier in the day. I already know
that Mr. Nagy, the coach for the Chicago Bears, is going to be fired after Thanksgiving Day. Now, I really want to kind of get into this one a little bit.
Man, that's not on the news.
Well, Justin Fields is also not playing. Andy Dalton's starting.
Yeah, and Justin Fields, I think, rib injury, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Nah, I know why my pick didn't go through.
Was it confirmed as broken ribs or just a rib injury?
It just says rib injury. There's no.
I mean, if he's out,
details.
yeah. Well, it's got to be pretty serious.
Man, Lamar Jackson did not play. Lamar Jackson did not play. Did anybody know who the backup was for the Baltimore? I know you two didn't because y'all couldn't even figure it out.
Some stiff. It didn't matter.
It doesn't even matter what his name is, does it?
Lamar, listen, that report about Lamar, if it's not global bastard related, there must be something really seriously wrong with him that he did not play this weekend. And we're not just going to say, because the Bears are a shit team and they sat him.
That's not the case.
It's not the case. Okay? If Lamar really wanted to go, Lamar would have played on Sunday.
And Lamar would have played, they would have blew out the damn Bears and everybody would have picked the damn Baltimore Ravens. But Lamar wasn't playing, so it's like, Justin Fields can do some of the same things that Lamar does, but he's going against the Baltimore Ravens defense. And you know what? The Baltimore Ravens defense haven't been a Baltimore Ravens defense. All of a sudden, they decided to show up in Soldier Field.
Yeah, but Baltimore can only beat teams with winning records, so it doesn't matter. With losing records, so it doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. The world switched to Chicago because Lamar wasn't playing.
Listen, I could give 2 shits at this point. Obviously, the Ravens are going to win the Central. Okay?
Obviously.
They're going
That's
to win
the North, not the Central.
the
It's
North.
the North.
Okay, they're going to win the North. Okay. At this point, I don't know if I really should feel bad for Bears fans, because I heard that they were cheering Fire Nagy at the Bulls games. They were cheering Fire Nagy at the Bears games. They cheered Fire Nagy at his son's high school football game. Okay, I know this is not even a joke. Okay, this is dead serious. His kid was playing this weekend,
believe you, brother.
and they were cheering Fire Nagy at the high school football game.
Oh, burn!
They are really out for Nagy's job at this point.
That is savage.
And he's gonna get fired the day after Thanksgiving.
Even if they win?
Even if they win.
Okay, well,
it's out the door.
It's against Detroit, so it's not like if they win, like, okay, you beat Detroit. I mean, is that something to be proud of? No.
Again, I don't know whether I should really feel bad for the man or his family at this point, because let's be honest here, all right? They're not going to fire him after they lose this game on Sunday, because they need somebody to do the prep for the game that they play the winless freaking Lions on Thanksgiving Day, which I'm going to tell you right now, there will be more than one barf bucket ready for this game.
I would say there's going to be at least 100.
I don't have that many buckets. Unless I go to KFC and I steal all this.
You couldn't find a way to beat the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens. They didn't have Lamar Jackson. They had Taylor Huntley,
who got his first NFL win.
Got his first NFL start.
His first win. You can't go any better for the Bears, right?
They didn't have what running backs do they have left?
I don't know. It kind of sucks that they got rid of frickin' Le'Veon Bell.
And they still won the damn game. This is why Matt Nagy's finna get fired.
Well,
we don't want to see people get fired, but damn it, the best player, the most exciting player, was not playing. And the Ravens offense still like the Ravens offense.
I hate to say it, but he's getting an early jump on Black Monday. That's horrible. That is so horrible. You're gonna do the game. You're gonna eat dinner with your family probably afterwards, and then you get the utter Vince McMahon afterwards. Yeah. That sucks balls. Oh, sorry. I really shouldn't be joking around with this, but
I'm pretty sure that Matt Nagy himself and his family, they can't deny the fact that they saw this coming.
Oh, don't worry.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they said it's about time.
We just foreshadowing what tomorrow's going to sound like, because we got a lot more coaches who got fired in college football.
I'm going to have that fucking tone for you guys at every shot I can. All right, moving on. I should know. You know what? I can't even get serious. We had the at the time 6-3 Bengals traveling to Vegas to go against the 5-4 Raiders. Raiders are now 5-5. Bengals are now 6-4. Final score: Bengals 32, Raiders 13.
Bear man, let's have fun, okay? Let's have some fun.
Yeah, go for it.
How could I have fun with how shitty my team played?
And
all the shit going on right now.
We ain't talking about y'all, okay? We're talking about the Bengals and the Raiders.
How the hell can I have fun?
You gotta take advantage of all the teams' expenses. That's what you gotta do. Like I'm doing right now.
It benefits me in any way, but let's go.
Did Joe Burrow look like Joe Burrow in this game?
I think the Bengals actually looked like the Bengals in this game. Not those make pretend Bengals.
No. Did Joe Burrow look like Joe Burrow?
Not really.
Did Jamar Chase look like Jamar Chase?
Nope.
But all of a sudden, Joe Mixon comes out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Which I hate to say, it should be the actual base of their fucking plan to begin with. If you are not running Joe Mixon around the field, then how are you succeeding at any game whatsoever?
Ricky, Joe Mixon had 30 carries. 30 carries. You know how many carries Josh Jacobs had?
How many?
9.
Well, when you're playing from behind, are you really going to run the ball?
Let's see. That was tied after the first quarter. It was 10-6 at halftime. 13-6 going to the fourth quarter. Are you really behind to not run the ball?
What was the time of possession?
Let's look at time of possession, shall we? Because
I got it.
I mean,
time of possession for Cincinnati. Tell me when you're ready, Darnell.
Go ahead.
37 minutes and 20 seconds.
You know why that? You know why it's like do you know why it's like that? Let's see, because you had Joe Burrow threw the ball 29 times. So we talking 29 and 30, that's 59 plays, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that's for the Cincinnati Bengals. We had Derek Carr throw the ball 27 times. So we want to be on par with quarterback attempts. And we just gonna let don't worry about Josh Jacobs.
Well, you kept the ball away from the Raiders. Legitimately, it's a 2-to-1 ratio on how long that the Bengals had the fucking ball and how long the Raiders had the ball.
By the way,
when you have the ball 2/3 of the game.
By the way, that's just still out there. Kendrick Jake fumbled the football, and Derek Carr actually threw a pick.
Oh, what's new?
So you gave them extra possessions.
Exactly, what's new?
So all I want to hear about time possession. You gave them extra possessions, and you didn't get a ball to your running back. Bearman.
Mm-hmm.
When Tennessee had to play the coach, right? One day down like 3 possessions at one point in time.
They were.
And what did they do? I believe they still ran the ball with Derrick Henry, correct?
They did.
Again.
And they came back to win the game, right?
Wait. We are somehow comparing King Henry to Josh Jacobs and whoever the other guy is.
No,
Seriously?
That's Darnell.
You want to tell you my point? You want to tell you my point? Tennessee went down. They didn't throw out the game plan. They stuck with the game plan.
Okay, but you're also comparing apples to oranges at this point.
No, you stick with your damn game plan.
There is no way in any conversation whatsoever I could put Josh Jacobs in a conversation with King Henry. No way! They are not even close in comparison.
They don't have to be compared. The point is, you abandoned your game plan because you're only down by 7 points.
I would take King Henry on crutches in my game plan over a full, healthy Josh Jacobs. You are out of your bird. To even put both
you're going to end up with the same result as the Raiders just did, a damn L, because you decided not to run a damn football.
Again, there is no way in hell I could put both of those guys in the same column, in the same sentence conversation. They're not even close.
It don't matter. When you do not run the football, you see the results.
Wait. Josh Jacobs had 9 carries. What did the other running backs for the Raiders have? How many other carries did the Raiders running backs have?
Well, Kenyon Drake had 5 for 23.
Okay, so that's 14 carries. Who else?
Well, Deshaun Jackson had a carry, but for only 4 yards.
Okay, so they ran the ball 15 times?
18 times.
18 times. To Derek Carr's 27 attempts, correct?
Yes.
So that's 45 plays that they had in 23 minutes of football. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay, so running the ball has absolutely zero part of this deal.
Yes, it does when the other running back on the other side has 30.
And the other team's got 37 minutes or 36 minutes of time of possession. That's my point.
My point is
you cannot
run the ball with your best player.
And the Bengals obviously kept it away from them, which means that they had to pass more.
They did not have to pass more. They chose to pass more.
Well, that was their choice.
That's the problem.
When you feel your passing game is better than your running game, that's what you're going to go with. And being the fact that they also lost by 19 points meant that they were down big at the end, which means you're not going to run the ball when you're down 19. You're going to throw the ball.
They went down 19. They was only down 7 going to the fourth quarter.
Well, I still cannot. If you're going to say that your passing game is better than your running game, then you're going to go with that. Because
That's why they freaking lost.
I can guaranteeingly tell you they did not have very many rushes in the fourth quarter, unless it was in garbage time.
He was not out of the game.
Well, I don't believe it really matters at this point because now they
It's
suck.
stupidity. It's stupidity. That's what it is.
Here's some stupidity for you. The 9-2 Cardinals, 23. The Seahawks 3-7, 13.
We go for one game that pissed me off to the other game that pissed me off.
It didn't piss me off. I picked the Arizona Cardinals.
Colt McCoy.
That's my quarterback right there, buddy.
Colt McCoy's out here winning games.
Who is 2-3 as a starter this year. 2-1 by the way, as a starter this year. And
Colt McCoy walked into Russell Wilson's building and beat Russell Wilson.
Again, because Russell Wilson is not ready. He's ready.
Sit Russell Wilson for the rest of the season because Seattle ain't going no damn well. That was their last chance and they blew it. That was it. That was their shot right there.
Yeah, I mean,
no Kyler Murray. No DeAndre Hopkins. No Chase Edmonds.
By the way, we have comments of this game pissed everyone off. Nope. Didn't piss me off in one bit. Didn't piss me off one bit.
It didn't piss me off either, Mr. Braverman.
And y'all sit here and AJ Green and Zach Ertz is better than DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
All right, Bearman, give me the running stats for the Seattle Seahawks.
For the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes, give me the run game stats.
Okay. I think if my math is correct, it's about 19 carries total. Yep, 19 carries total. Well, the most was for 36 yards, and the least was 2 yards. So Russell Wilson only had 2 carries for 2 yards. Well, that even I can do that kind of math. That's an average of 1 yard per carry.
Now, give me Mr. Wilson's stats, if you can, please.
Well, I'd be happy to, Mr. Ricky, sir. 14 for 26, 207 yards. But that's it. No touchdowns, no picks.
Who had the majority of the receiving yards, by the way?
Who had the majority of the receiving yards?
Who had the majority of the receiving yards for the Seattle Seahawks?
For the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
Oh, that would be Mr. Tyler Lockett. 4 catches for 115 yards.
Okay.
I mean, that's an average of 29 yards per catch. I mean, that's impressive. 4 catches, 115 yards. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool.
Okay, but you see the difference is this.
Well, they didn't win. That's what they did.
Well, exactly the point. They didn't win. The offensive line is still garbage. Okay? Wilson's throwing hand is not good yet.
It's like Darnell said. I don't think Russell Wilson should be playing like the rest of the season.
Listen, Wilson's going to end up playing, and here is why, all right? And I'll get to the Pete Carroll thing in a minute. He is going to be gone. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Off of the horizon. Yes, he will be in oblivion away from Seattle after this year. This is going to be the deal. Because I can guaranteeingly tell you, Pete Carroll should be retiring at the end of the year. Give him a front office position. Trade Russell and his fat-ass contract out of town. Get some draft picks. And rebuild this motherfucker. That's exactly what's going to end up happening. Mark my words. Carroll's gone. He retires at the end of the year. Because his play calling has not been as crisp the last few seasons, even up until this year. Okay?
He's too old school.
You can potentially get a boatload. And I mean a boatload. I'm talking like Titanic size. Amount of draft picks and money for Russell Wilson at this point. So you get Russell Wilson back into shape, and then you start playing let's make a deal. I can guaranteeingly tell you there are teams out there that if they see a Russell Wilson out there, I don't know, Saints, they kind of need a quarterback. Ooh, how many other teams need a quarterback in the NFL this year? I think like 6. I think that somebody is taking Wilson's contract. If you can give up a boatload of fucking picks for him, you will get Russell Wilson.
You know how bad this is.
Pretty freaking bad.
Kyle Murray has not played 3 games. And the Arizona Cardinals are still on top of the NFC. And they on the bye week.
Because that defense is actually really good. They got rid of the dead weight, as I dropped my phone on the floor. They got rid of some of the dead weight. You know, Patrick Peterson. You know, I heard he went to Minnesota or some shit. And they got pass rush, and their secondary is a lot better than it was before. I mean, yeah, granted, you added J.J. Watt for 6 weeks, but yeah, that defense got better. And the defense is carrying them through this lovely little. We don't have Kyler streak. We don't have D-Hop. Works for me.
I want to puke right. I want to puke right now.
I'm gonna actually step away while you guys discuss this one, because the man upstairs is saying that I have a public health emergency on deck. Sunday evening football, not Sunday night football. Dallas Cowboys at Kansas City Chiefs.
It was actually an afternoon game.
Yeah, that's why I said evening, because technically once this game started, it was dark here.
Are you sure you want to leave for this? I mean,
you know what? I will listen. God is telling me that I need to drain the vein in like the worst way, so I got to step away. But I will be listening to the remarks of you two on this one on the phone. So, Bearman, floor is yours, bro.
You know what? To hell with it, man. To hell with this bullshit. Seriously. The injury bug just has to be a freaking negative impact on this team every single year. I mean, no freaking break, okay? Now Amari Cooper, has to miss, this game too because he's on the freaking worldwide bastard list. CeeDee Lamb suffers a concussion, although they're optimistic about it, but I'm sick and tired of optimism. I want guarantees. Is he going to play or not? Okay? The optimism is just going to drive everybody insane. Okay? I've made my recap in this game, and some of the people who obviously decided to comment did not listen clearly to what I had to say. Number one, to the idiot who wants to call me ignorant. So I'm ignorant because I state that the passing game is inconsistent. We have no offensive line. We have no running game. We struggle with penalties, okay? We have injuries, so I'm ignorant because I'm pointing out all the freaking problems. And obviously, because of these problems, our season is in serious jeopardy. Okay, if you think I'm ignorant, fine. That just means that you're a fucking idiot, okay? But this game, the fact is I never put the blame all on Dak Prescott. I said it starts with Dak Prescott, but it's not entirely on him because he has no offensive line, and it's not his fault when the receivers drop the freaking ball, all right? Now, there was some mistakes he made because he overthrew. That happens, okay? So, and I blamed Prescott. I blamed everybody. I blamed the coach. But overall, it doesn't matter because they lost as a team. It's a team effort, so everybody's got to know their role, shut their mouth, and commit themselves to making things right, okay? I mean, maybe I'm overreacting because we could have lost by a whole lot more. Our defense kept us in the game. But the fact is, I don't care if we lost by this much. We didn't win. This was the chance to prove that the Cowboys were legitimate. They didn't fucking do it. So therefore, no, the Cowboys are not legit Super Bowl contenders. And Ricky wanted to talk about how who Buffalo has beaten. Who the hell have the Cowboys beaten this year, aside from the Patriots? Seriously. I mean, Darnell, I know that you're enjoying watching me cut this very villainous promo on the Cowboys, but seriously, I need you to answer this question for me. Who the hell have the Cowboys beaten that's worth a damn? Besides the Patriots.
I can't breathe right now.
You like this, don't you?
So, first of all, y'all let me alone with Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers on the same week. You got away with the Aaron Rodgers way. And y'all lose. You do realize Patrick Mahomes did throw a touchdown pass, right?
And I don't care. The bottom line is we didn't win, Darnell.
I'm
not taking nothing from my defense. The bottom line is
no.
It's about winning games. We didn't win.
You lost to a Patrick Mahomes team who did throw a touchdown pass. They beat you without Patrick Mahomes throwing a touchdown pass.
which is because that's because our defense actually played pretty good. So there's something to be proud of. But the bottom line is we didn't win.
And the Kansas City Chiefs defense showed up. Chris Jones was hunting that Prescott all game.
Because we have that. There's the point right there. We don't have an offensive line.
He's having nightmares about a number 95. Oh, and then you got to get yourself up, and you got to play the Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday. We don't even know. They might actually show up at Texas Stadium because it's the Dallas Cowboys, and then you got to play at New Orleans the week after that. Oh my gosh, this is
so. There you go. That's why there's the possibility that the whole season could go up in smokes.
But
you didn't answer the question, Darnell. I think Ricky answered. Who the hell have the Cowboys have beaten that's worth a damn? Aside from the Patriots.
They beat the Chargers. I give them the Chargers.
Yeah, they beat the Chargers. Yeah, like that. But now look at the Chargers. The Chargers have actually kind of dropped.
Yeah, actually, they didn't based on what happened Sunday night. But we'll get to that in a minute. Hey, you beat New England. I'll give you that. I'm still tripping, though, because Patrick Mahomes didn't even throw a touchdown to win the game.
By the way, I want you to know my dog was staring at the phone while you were screaming just now. It was hilarious.
Well, because your dog just got something blessed. He heard the one guy in Texas that actually is man enough to actually criticize his own damn team.
Listen, my dog has heard me scream, and she looked at the phone. She was like, "Wow."
No. She was looking at it because was like,
she was like, "Where's that coming from?"
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the game leader stats, right? I don't see Zeke Elliott in here. I see Tony Pollard.
Mr. Medina Antonio, bro, you're gonna have to explain to me just how the hell the Cowboys even have a chance against the Raiders. I mean, no CeeDee Lamb, no Amari Cooper. The running game is shit. The offensive line is shit.
Ricky, you have to explain yourself because you did pick the Cowboys. You didn't pick Patrick Mahomes. You went against Patrick Mahomes.
Because again, the Chiefs have not shown me anything. Look at their before Sunday. Look at the two teams that they beat. They beat an Aaron Rodgers-less Packers and did not have outstanding numbers against them. They barely squeaked by the New York Giants. The next year Giants. Yeah. They still have not really potentially shown me anything. Granted,
but what are your favorite 3 words? Why are your favorite 3 words?
Don't trust anyone. I don't trust anybody anymore at this point. Again,
you picked America's team, and they lost without Patrick Mahomes.
Because again, even though it does show that the Chiefs' defense is getting slightly better every week, I did actually kind of rely on the Cowboys actually having a fairly good running game. And the Chiefs shut down their running game. That's what they did. They actually figured out how to shut down Dallas's running game, which also took play action away. And that's one of the bread and butter parts of the Dallas Cowboys.
But that's why I went that way. What's so ironic about the situation, Ricky, is that the defense was not the problem. In a lot of situations, the Cowboys' defense is always a major problem. This defense actually did their damn job. They forced two
Cowboys' offense that really couldn't take the fucking head out of their balloon knot and fucking run the ball properly.
So I'm going to ask you this. If I'm ignorant, okay. Number one, here's why, according to a fan, I'm a totally ignorant piece of trash. I mean, he said something, but I'm going to keep it as professional as I can, because I pointed out that the Cowboys have no offensive line, no running game. The passing game is inconsistent because a lot of these players were dropping passes. Okay, there's problems with the penalties and the injuries. How the hell am I ignorant? Because I'm pointing out the damn problems. Okay, I'm just telling it like it is. I'm doing my damn job. Okay, hold on, Darnell. I'm sorry, but when that idiot, I would tell him, next time before you want to insult me and go as far as call me ignorant, listen to everything I say. You stupid idiot.
Bearman, I want to let you in on a little secret with me and Ricky. We don't pay attention to what people say.
No.
Especially Cowboy fans. I mean, look, especially Cowboy fans.
But guys, the point is, I don't give a fuck that the fact that 99% of the Cowboy fans want my freaking head. That's not the point. But when this guy wants to go as far as calling me ignorant and he hasn't even listened to what I say, that's what upsets me. I can take the criticism, but when you don't read, this happens to the stuff I write. When you don't read or actually listen to what I say, but you're going to go ahead and insult me, okay? Then you know what? At least fucking
What?
listen to what I say before you judge me.
I go to put it like this way, okay?
I mean, I'm sorry for the anger, guys, but you guys gotta understand that when somebody insults me like that without even reading or bothering listening to what I said.
You gotta understand something, okay? I'm gonna switch the screen here so people can get the full flavor of what I'm gonna say. All right? I am in the biggest media market in the world in New York City right now. Okay?
It's an honor to be with you, dude.
And I'm gonna say this, okay? Over the last few weeks, and this goes to, and Medina, I hope you're listening because I can guaranteedly tell you, you are in this boat. As many times as you get a good thing going, aka Mr. Turnpike Mike White, all right? He had one fantastic game against a above 500 team.
Open his damn mouth.
And everybody was all choking the chicken. Oh, we got this great quarterback now. And then he throws a clunker against the Buffalo Bills. And as much as everybody got high about it, guess what? Right back into the toilet they all went. Fans will talk shit about their teams as much as they like. But when they find out the real truth about how everything works, then they are the ignorant ones, okay? That is the great thing about football, though, because everybody can shout out their opinions, okay? Whether it's us or the fans or analysts or whatever. And at the end of the day, somebody's going to be wrong. The fans, the majority are going to be wrong because they have legitimately no clue what the hell they're talking about.
Exactly.
That's the main point.
I think Bernard might have asking me.
He's gonna
want to shoot somebody.
Let me put it in a different way that Ricky said.
But you guys know what I was trying to say, right?
We know. That's all be happening this moment right now.
But let me ask you this: do you agree that before you would have judged, you should actually listen and actually read the whole thing through before you say anything?
I can care less at this moment.
Mark, yes, we do know somebody like that.
We people do like, but you have to realize, Bearman, the three of us, we don't live in the moment, okay?
No,
we don't live in the moment. We don't let the moment get too big. We see what happens and we say what we need to say. Fans, they don't do nothing else but watch games and cheer for their teams and stuff like that. They live in the moment.
They're not educated.
They lived in the moment. Okay.
Well, I should also, a way I should really see it too. The fact that I pissed somebody off, that means I did my job.
Well, we're gonna piss some more people off.
Yeah, but should I go and can I just go and answer Bernard's question real quick?
But no, we don't have to worry about that.
I do have to. I'm sorry, Bearman. I do have to do this to you, though.
I'll message you, Bernard.
I have to do this to you, Bearman. I have to. I'm sorry. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, way to go. Did Stephen A. Smith pay you to do that?
No, he did it out of.
Are you Stephen A. Smith's puppet now, Playmaker?
All right, we got two more games, and then you guys gotta make.
But I damn sure enjoyed Monday's show, though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Your Rams have not even been any better the last 2 freaking weeks, buddy.
Hey, and you like you said, you listened to that show, and you heard me go off, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
But I didn't do that to you. I didn't say how about them Rams. So.
Okay, we got 2 more games.
It don't sound right.
We have 2 more games. Then we have an announcement.
Have as much.
And then we got Turkey Day.
So we're talking about a game here from Sunday Night Football down at the SoFi Stadium.
And I'm gonna say that this was probably the best game that we've seen in a long time.
And it shouldn't have been the best game. And it turned into the best game.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers traveled to LA to go against the Chargers. Final score 41-37 Chargers. And here was the ear-blowing stat that I had never really thought about ever with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Entering the fourth quarter, down 17 or more points, they were 0-230. They have played that many NFL games in their career, in their history, that they have never won a game being down 17 or more points. Shocking. And then they almost win this game. However, both the Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers screwed my fantasy weekend. Thank you, you stupid motherfuckers.
Bearman, I hate to do this to you. Now, the Dallas thing, I was joking. I want to have fun. But I'm going to get serious with you, Bearman. when I say this, you're gonna be surprised. I have concerns about Justin Herbert.
Okay. I do too. But in his case, you have to go through the tough times to make it. I mean, was Peyton Manning good his rookie year or his first couple of years? What about Thomas Edward Brady? It's part of a learning process. You don't become the top NFL star within a few years. You work your ass off.
The inconsistency is starting to bother me now.
Well, I can definitely tell you that the reason why there's an inconsistency is he has not been able to adapt to the play schemes that have been put across him since that Patriots game a few weeks ago. You know, the game that started the 4-game winning streak. Yeah, that was Bill Belichick. Everybody is now copycatting what Belichick has done to him the 2 or 3 times that he's played him. Okay? They are rushing him more. They are making him a little bit more uncomfortable in the pocket. The coverages have all changed, and Herbert's not been able to adapt to it.
But he did do something that I didn't see coming. He damn near ran for 100 yards.
And the one play where that also got them the personal foul penalty also got them closer to the end zone at one point. Thank you, Cam Hayward, you idiot.
But there's concerns on for Justin Herbert, and you know I'm a Justin Herbert fan. I got some concerns because Bill Belichick does this. You Bear Man. We seen what happened to Jared Goff right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the Rams made the mistake of dumping the money truck on him.
Jared Goff ain't been the same since the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert.
And I told you about this, didn't I, Darnell? I said, Darnell, the problem is that when you paid him so much, don't be surprised if Todd Gurley and some of the players end up leaving because it doesn't work out. I mean, and at the same time, Darnell, you didn't doubt me or anything. You're basically like, we should wait and see, and you're right. But I said that the problem is the same thing happened with the Ravens. I mean, what did the Ravens do after they won the Super Bowl? What did they do to Joe Flacco? You see? You remember they paid him, and then after that, Joe Flacco his career started to go down.
Listen, but to kind of like cap this one off here, this was pretty much, first off, it was, I believe, the highest scoring game for the year at 78 points, if my numbers are correct. I don't think there was anything higher than this. And I got to tell you, the fourth quarter was actually a pretty good fourth quarter. Both teams' offenses just lit it up. This game really wasn't even close until the fourth quarter. And I will say this, Ben, you had a great career. But I think it's done. Because as soon as he gets rushed, he just falls down like a little stack of bricks.
And speaking...
I mean, there's no shame if he retires. He's done everything. He's done everything there is to do for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean,
am I reading this correctly?
Pittsburgh is forever grateful to Mr. Roethlisberger.
Am I reading this correctly? What? Najee Harris, Terrell carries, 39 yards and a touchdown.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, he was also injured a lot throughout the game.
The quarterback for Justin Herbert ran more yards than Najee Harris.
Yep, because Najee Harris wasn't playing the majority of the game. He has like a sprained knee or something. So.
And by the way, Mike Tomlin, just a heads up. The one person you don't want to leave open will be 81. By the way, that is the one person you don't want to leave open. Just throwing it out just in case y'all didn't know, because it seemed like y'all forgot. That's the one guy you don't want to leave open.
Speaking of leaving open, apparently the New York Giants left everybody open for Tampa Bay last night. Tampa Bay 30, Giants 10, Monday Night Football, and Black Tuesday apparently happened. Giants fire Jason Garrett as their offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett will be having a lovely turkey day at home, sobbing over his stuffing, his turkey leg, which potentially his wife will shove up his ass. And the Giants will be having a lovely weekend without Jason Garrett.
So,
and I gotta ask you, Ricky, is that gonna do anything good for the Giants? How that game's
Hell's
gone?
no. Hell's no.
You know, and I think I would ask Nash, why the hell did you hire this stupid idiot in the first place?
Okay, but through a season and a half, The issue is that the Giants' offense cannot perform. That's the problem.
That's the
The
problem.
Giants' offense cannot perform. They were saying all night last night.
Saquon's back. Saquon's back. And guess what? He only got 6 carries.
They still lost.
They only had 6 carries.
Okay. Did he even do anything?
6 carries for 25 yards. That's it. Saquon's back, though.
Again, the Giants' offense, and again, they had to go and refer back to their win against the Saints. What was that, week 3, week 4, somewhere back in the beginning of the season when they had a actually fully healthy team? They had Galladay, they had Kyle Rudolph, they had Barkley, they had the new guy from Florida. What's his name? Tony. Their firepower was ridiculous. Okay, for some reason now the Giants either can't catch a ball or on defense can't stop catching a ball. That's the problem. They actually threw a decent coordinator out the door because the New York Giants offense is trash. They went out and spent all that money, and they are not living up to the money. Not one receiver stepped up in that game last night. The offensive line was fairly decent. Daniel Jones shit the bed. That's it.
He has notoriety for doing so, wouldn't you say?
But his numbers are tremendously better when Barkley is in the lineup.
You know what? I think we spent too much time on this because I think everybody knew Tampa Bay was going to win this game.
Yeah.
But the Giants were in the game at one point. I mean, at least early on, and then after that, it was 17 unanswered points.
It's Tom Brady versus Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I get that.
It's Bruce Arians versus Joe Judge.
And Mr. Thomas Edward Brady just threw his 610th touchdown pass last night.
I mean,
he is tremendously in a league of his own.
I hope Steve Robin enjoyed his birthday and understood, don't watch Monday Night Football because that's not going to end well.
It never ends well. The Giants were in the game close with them last year, and they pissed that one away, too. Okay. We moved to Turkey Day. Hopefully this
Gabba.
This will be kind of quick. We will again be on the air tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard to talk some college football. That's part of the announcements because we have 3 shows tomorrow. We have Pipe Bomb Radio NYC at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ArchRivals at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Pain Train Pipe Bomb 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all of the platforms that are currently listed: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Indeed. And also officially as of this week, I am not making any on-air picks. The picks will be made by the Bearman and the Playmaker. My picks will be off-air because some douchebag took advantage of my knowledge and hit parlays this weekend for $15,000 apiece. So that person, you can lick a nut because you're not getting any info from me. You'll get it from the Bearman and the Playmaker, and you can all kiss my ass after that.
You might want to give that warning again, too. By the way,
I'll give it again to tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay, fair enough.
So my picks will be off the air from here on out.
I'll
give analysis, but I will not give the picks.
We don't even pick college football. We just talk about it.
All righty. Turkey Day, Game 1.
Gabba.
This will be before my dinner. Thank God, because this sound will probably be happening.
It's the first game on the docket.
Yeah, I know, and this sound's going to happen. And then after the game is over, we'll hear this sound because we know this is going to happen. Yes! Chicago Bears at Detroit. We can officially say now that the Detroit Lions cannot go officially winless throughout the entire year.
Damn you, Pittsburgh.
0-9-1, hosting the 3-7 Bears. Andy Dalton starting for the Bears. Jared Goff will be probably a game-time decision. The odds for this game is 3-point favorites for Chicago on the road. Who would like to start with this abomination?
Well, I need a barf bag, Ricky. You got one?
I have buckets, not bags.
Okay, well,
They're
that'll
easy
work.
to get rid of.
Yeah, true. But does it even matter if Jared Goff even plays?
Well, it would be Jared Goff versus Andy Dalton. That would be
Okay.
your selected matchup for round 1 on Thursday.
And that's pretty much a matchup that no one really gives a shit about.
That's why they got the barf sign and the you're fired sign.
Yeah.
See, this is such a great
I don't
game
even know
that
where
nobody
to
even wants to
start,
talk
guys.
about it.
I mean, what is there to say about this game? What is there to say?
I don't know, Darnell.
Other than the fact that I'm going to quote somebody again that I know: repulsive, repugnant, disgraceful, and fraudulent.
Apparently, I pissed somebody off. Nobody's talking in the chat.
Well, Bearman did bring up Stephen A. Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were acting like his damn puppet.
Hey, yeah, like you should understand where this comes from, okay? But
You know what?
he has a very important question. Why is Detroit always on Thanksgiving?
Because it's been like that since like what? Since
What has Detroit ever done in their franchise history to deserve Thanksgiving?
Apparently, they always win on Thanksgiving.
What?
I mean, even the Cowboys don't even have a good track record on Thanksgiving. At least not in the last 10 years.
When the last time did anybody want to look up? See, I don't have Steve Waldman here, but I need somebody. I need Steve Waldman whenever he hears this to look up Detroit's record on Thanksgiving.
You know what? Allow me. Allow me, if I may, Mr. Playmaker.
This ain't Jacksonville going to London, okay?
6 teams in NFL history had their first win of the season on Thanksgiving. The last time was the 1982 strike season when the 0-3 Giants defeated the 2-1 Lions.
Well, I got the record right here.
And even in that one, the Detroit
6 teams got their first win on Thanksgiving Day. The Detroit Lions have 0 wins. The Detroit Lions are 37-42-2 all time on Thanksgiving. They have lost 4 straight.
What does the Detroit Lions deserve to be on Thanksgiving?
They have played a sterling 81 games on Thanksgiving.
They haven't even won half of them. They ain't even won half of them. Not even half of them.
History lesson, Darnell. Tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Well, you want the record, but let me give a little history lesson. Since 1934, the Detroit Lions have played on Thanksgiving, although that was interrupted from 1939 to 1944 because of, World War II. But now you want the record, okay?
Which I just gave.
The record is 37-42-2.
See, they can't even
That's
win.
below 500.
They can't even fully lose on Thanksgiving. They have 2 ties. They have 2 ties. What the hell? Nobody wants a tie on Thanksgiving. Not even me.
Well, you know what? If we're gonna mention Detroit's Thanksgiving, I mean, when we get to the Dallas, we might as well mention theirs. And I got that in front of me.
All right. Well, we need 2 picks quick. Running out of time.
The Bears.
Oh. Darnell doesn't even want to make the pick.
Well, you can't blame him.
It's part of the game. You got to do it. You don't even want to make the pick, though. Wow. Thank you, Detroit and Chicago, for being the opener on Thanksgiving Day. You pricks.
I mean, Darnell's just ready to throw in the towel.
Oh, I would if I had to manage one of these 2 teams.
I mean, that theme from Rocky right now. Throw in the towel. Throw the towel. Throw the damn towel.
Oh, my God.
This is, you know what this is? Ricky's going to laugh. Ricky's definitely going to laugh. This is that stupid behind the stupid characters from all WWE in that damn Battle Royal at goddamn WrestleMania. I can't remember which one. I want to say 17.
The gimmick battle royal.
The damn gimmick battle royal. God damn it. That's what this is. It's like why are we watching this? This is supposed to be WrestleMania. You know what? Hell. You know what? Why Chicago win this game to send Matt Nagy out with a victory?
Yeah, watch the Detroit Lions send him out with a loss.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to say.
It was Mania 17. Iron Sheik won it. Okay, next game 2 on the slate, which will be happening just after I finish eating dinner. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Vegas Raiders 5-5 at Dallas 7-3.
Bearman, where's the concern level at?
Pretty high, at least for me it is.
Dallas has lost 3 out of their last 4 Turkey Day games.
They've only actually won 4 of them in the last 10 years. The record is they're 30-21-1.
So I have a team that let Joe Mixon get the ball 30 times and just torched them in their own building. And I got another team where Patrick Mahomes, they look nothing like Patrick Mahomes, and they still end up winning the game. And I'm supposed to sit here and pick this game. Watch the Cowboys win because Zeke Elliott gonna go for 100.
Well, here's some lovely little stats I'll throw out there for you. Dak
Darnell.
Prescott is 12-5 after a game where he's thrown 0 touchdowns. And how many touchdowns did Dak have on Sunday?
None.
Exactly.
He actually threw it to the other team twice though.
Well, that's not a touchdown, Darnell.
I don't think that counts.
Okay, you mentioned that you see Zeke Elliott going for 100 yards.
Zeke gonna run for 100.
How is that possible with no offensive line? I mean, Tyron Smith has been practicing this week, but...
Wait. Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky, how many times have we listened to NFL aficionados out here to say the Dallas Cowboys have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL?
Just know this. The Dallas Cowboys are in the top 5 in both offensive and defensive categories.
That's when we had Amari and CD, Ricky.
Okay, but you're still in the top 5. Shut up. A lot of teams can't even say that they're in the top 5. They're in the bottom 5. Bernard said here he had a question. If you could only see one game this year, it does not have to be on the schedule. What 2 teams would you want to see play?
Are we talking NFL?
Yes. Definitely not any of the games on this slate.
Could it be a replay of a famous game?
Never guess it's your Cowboys, ain't it?
You know what I would like to see? It's a really weird game. The 85 Bears versus the first Tampa Super Bowl winning team.
Okay.
The one that they played against the Raiders.
You talking about a lowest score? You ain't hell. You think we had a lowest scoring Super Bowl? That's the lowest. That's who scored a touchdown in that damn game?
The defense. Either that Tampa team or the team that beat the Ravens team that beat the Giants in the Super Bowl.
You said the 85 Bears, one of the best teams who ever played.
The 85 Bears, either versus the Tampa team or the Ravens team that I just said.
Who scores a touchdown? That's
again the defense.
Who has the better? The question of that one: who has the better kicker? That's going to win the game.
So, all right,
we still have field goals get left and right.
All right, we have to get back to this because
I'm picking the cow because my coworker he doesn't have faith in his Raiders either. So,
I'll message you my answer, Bernard. I promise, because I'm gonna need a little bit of time to think.
I'm dealing with two people who don't have faith on another day team, so I guess I'm the one. Also, by me picking the Cowboys, I guess somebody's gonna be happy, and the other one gonna be mad. So
Hold on. Well, okay. So you're picking the Cowboys. Okay. So you have Zeke going for 100 yards. What else do you think is going to happen? I mean,
the Raiders falling flat on their damn face.
The water
so
boy
was
is going to
Dallas.
hand out
I mean, so was
58
Dallas
different
with all the
drinks.
damn injuries.
See, y'all have injuries. Yeah, look, the Raiders. They lost their head coach. They lost their deep threat receiver. They lost somebody else. They don't know what's going to happen next with the damn Raiders.
So you think the Dallas running game should be the major factor?
Might as well.
I think Jerry World's going to be popping. I really
What's
do.
your pick then, Ricky?
I told you I can't say them on the air anymore.
Oh.
Zipped. Shut. All I know is that every time I've seen the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day, Jerry World is popping. That place is just fucking loud.
And last year we were humiliated on Thanksgiving. Okay,
And
but
that place was still loud.
And who did y'all play last year?
the Washington football team.
Was it a football team? I thought it was Kansas City.
No, it was Washington football team.
What the fuck?
We lost 41-16.
You know what? Yeah, that is right. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, sure you were.
Because I was like, this is actually happening on TV right now.
I mean,
Ooh,
congratulations,
wow.
Washington. You beat a team, a depleted team with all injuries. Congratulations. Be proud of yourself.
They ain't had that Prescott.
Yeah, so congratulations.
But the following year, Kansas City walked in there and beat y'all.
All right, so are you guys unanimously Dallas at this point, or?
All right, I tell you what. I'm going to regretfully pick the Dallas.
No, this thing.
But a
no.
word of warning. If they fuck up, if they play like shit,
I want to do Ricky trick. Lose
I will
the pick.
not hesitate. I will get
Won't
on
you
this
just-
show. I will go no holds barred. I will go hardcore. I will tear this team apart worse than I have ever done all season. I might go even worse than I've ever been in my entire career.
You
So
haven't learned-
Cowboys,
Have you
get
learned
your
anything from me and Ricky?
together.
How you learn anything from me and Ricky? Ricky purposely picks against the Patriots so the Patriots can win. Won't you try that? Won't you just try that? Pick the Raiders.
That's why I said regretfully. So if it's regretfully, I don't have any faith.
You
It's
just
the same way.
I gotta do
It's the
is pick the
same
Raiders.
thing.
Say I'm picking the Raiders, but watch the Cowboys win.
Yeah, exactly. That's how that works.
Well, it's not like that, but that's why I'm going regretfully the Cowboys.
Reverse psychology.
Figuratively, it's the same thing, Rick.
All right. Thursday night football, which is technically not Thursday night football, because the Thursday night football crew will not be there. Buffalo at New Orleans. Obviously, Buffalo is now 6-4. Saints are 5-5. This, my friends, should be a very, very interesting matchup.
The best game on the slate.
Buffalo is a 6-point favorite on the road, under over 46.
So, do we have Josh Allen go for 100 yards rushing, or did the Saints defense say, "Hell no, we getting tired of getting our ass whooped after we done beat the hell out of Tampa Bay, so we gonna show up at home on Thanksgiving night and show Buffalo what we mean." So pretty much, who wants to get right? It's Sunday. It's Thursday night football. Who wants to get right?
Just to know this, Buffalo Bills fans, if you do not somehow pull out this game on Turkey Day, your asses are in trouble. They are so in trouble. Oh, and they're only a 6-point favorite on the road. Wow.
It's still the Saints, man. It's still the Saints.
All right, so here's some keynotes. The Saints have won the last 5 meetings against the Buffalo Bills. That's right off the bat. That was also with Drew Brees and what was that wide receiver's name?
Mike Thomas.
Yeah. New Orleans has also allowed the most fantasy points to quarterbacks in the last month. Josh Allen has 20-plus fantasy points in 6 games this season. Only Jalen Hurts has more. And the Buffalo Bills allowed 5 touchdowns to running backs not named Jonathan Taylor this season. And they allowed 5 to Jonathan Taylor this past week. Sean Payton, 3-0 in his career against the Buffalo Bills. So, that's where we kind of leave those numbers. Who would like to make the first pick?
Well, I guess I went last time, so I guess do I go first this time?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, I feel like the Bills really have something to prove, don't they?
Oh, they have to because if they don't show up.
You don't think the Saints got nothing to prove either?
And Saints definitely can. But the question is, which team is more determined, more motivated to actually prove that they can actually be better? Now, the Bills have the advantage, so the question is, will they get it together? I mean, much like my Cowboys, the Bills need to get their shit together, and they fucking better. I mean, obviously. Now, Darnell, you mentioned, what's Sean Payton's record against Buffalo again?
3-0.
3-0. And as far as talent goes, who holds the advantage?
Oh, well, let's see. Do you like Josh Allen or do you like Trevor Siemian?
I'll go with Allen. He's on my fantasy team, and last week he didn't do me any favors, but
Okay. Do you like Zach Moss and David Singletary or do you like Mark Ingram?
I have to go with the Bills.
So
There you
do
go.
you like Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox against the Saints receivers?
I will go with the Bills.
Do you like the Bills defense or the Saints defense?
Okay, there you go. There's a little something. There's the challenge.
Do you like Sean McDermott or do you like Sean Payton?
That's not the point.
I hate Sean's period. I hate them both.
You know what?
I hate them both. That's it. I hate both Sean's.
To hell with it. Just give me the Bills.
Bearman, now you see why me and Ricky played this game that he tried to play with you on Saturday.
Yeah.
This is why we did this.
I don't do it. I don't think I do it as well, but it was close enough.
I mean, I'm the one who originated it, so
I know. I can only be a guest host every once in a while.
Real funny. The Saints like playing on Thanksgiving, don't they?
I don't believe they've played very many games on Thanksgiving.
Buffalo, Josh Allen. Because the fact that New England is ahead is leading the division out of nowhere. It's gonna spark a fire in that ass. So nobody suckers are riding better than the Buffalo Bills.
So that's the Turkey Day lineup. Tomorrow we'll talk week 13 in the NCAA. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
The last week of the regular season in college football.
The last week.
And let me get serious for a second here.
Uh-oh.
News came out of Gainesville that I will be getting into. Okay. We had some coaches get fired. The new college playoff rankings has been released. And there's a certain team that's in the top 4 now. But it's not said and done. Okay. We saw some ass whooping take place in big games. So, Bear Man, tomorrow's going to be very fun. I hope you're ready.
Always.
All right. So, till tomorrow on our full, 6 or 7 hours worth of content, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Pipe Bomb Radio NYC. Then we have ArchRivals at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Patriot Pipe Bomb at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the Turkey Day celebrations will be happening tomorrow because a lot of us will be fat on Thursday and then trying to be roly-poly on Friday. That should be fun. Till then, we will catch you guys tomorrow on behalf of the Playmaker and the Bear Man. I am the Prez. We are out of here. Hey, did you like that show? Like, share, follow, subscribe. Share out our shows to all of your social media. Need merchandise? Check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at great prices. Tune in next time for another edition of Arch Rivals Football, and we'll catch you on the flip side.